Why is no one readying up?
Don't know. I'll post it in the announcements channel. Maybe that will get them to do it.
What's the tactic? Putting...
You can take the race start if you want.
Sure, but you're better at it. I don't
I believe in you. Why weren't they ready up?
I don't get it. What's going on?
Maybe they're striking.
Like, now protest against V6 engines. I don't know.
There we go. We got one. Tim's done it.
Yes, Tim, you're my best friend. He's the only one though.
Ready?
Do we have to put it like 10 times or something?
Oh, we've got
or
two.
11 times.
We've got 2 out of 11.
Oh, Todd.
We're going.
Thank God.
We've got some people in the stream as well. Let's see who's tuned in. It's
No.
Rubs, it's Showcrime. Where is Pingu? That is the big question.
He's back in Antarctica. Wait,
Yeah,
are penguins are in Antarctica, aren't they? Yeah, they are, but I'm being stupid. He's back to Antarctica.
Oh my gosh. Right, so Show, thanks for joining. There are only 10 people racing. A lot of people haven't, 11 people. A lot of people haven't shown up, unfortunately, and one of them actually raced in the first race. So we will figure this out for next week, but hopefully we can make this as entertaining as possible for you guys too. We've got VR joining us as well. Thanks for joining, VR. Good to have you with us. It says VR is substituting for Pingo. Ah, he's good at substituting this week. Yeah, you actually subbed in for someone in the BWT GTS league, didn't you? Right, let's do this. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the second round of the Division 3 race in OFR here in Mexico, round 7. You've got Dr. Robot and AJ. How you doing, AJ?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. Cannot wait for this race to start. Interesting race 1. A lot of DNFers, a lot of drama on track.
Yeah, 100%. Just hope it doesn't happen again. 11 drivers, obviously one person, if everyone finishes, won't be getting the point, so no one will want to be that person. So hopefully everyone pushes as hard as they can to get the race win, or at least get good points for the team and for them.
You're right. So, AJ, tell me, where's the trickiest part of this track for you?
For me, well, to get right, it's got to be turn 1, turn 3, and probably the most trickiest for all the drivers would be the S section, as you just need to really nail every single apex, otherwise you'll be losing a chunk of time, or they'll do a U in D2 and cut the whole thing.
Only if they lag out and join back. It was an experiment, and we've finally uncovered the truth of the cheaters. We know that some people have been abusing this system. We will be looking out for it from now on. But we've got a car out on the track right now. It is Valhalla. One of the new guys just joined this week, a few days ago actually. So let's see what kind of pace he has here in D3. I think he took a long time to get out of the pit limiter there, and he's actually crossed the white line as well. So not off to a great start. But let's see if he can get his tyres heated up, warmed up, and let's see if he can get anywhere close. So what do you think the fastest time's going to be in quali today? Nice sunny track, nice dry track.
Well, we saw really similar conditions in the first race, so expecting maybe a high 15, low 16 for it to be pole position. And we know some drivers can achieve it in here, so yeah, hopefully. And hopefully the person that I went for last time, Cam, will not let me down, hopefully.
I've got a really, really weird feeling that this new guy that I'm spectating now, Valhalla, I don't think he's raced without ABS before. He's locked up in every single corner so far. And I'm not sure if he's not... I mean, he's definitely using traction. You can see that from the throttle input. But I'm not sure if this is the first time he's using manual gears too, because it doesn't look like he's getting the gear changes nailed at all, really.
Looking at the assist, so we have automatic gearbox, so...
Yeah, but I've got a feeling he might have set it to manual and not realised that he can switch it back to auto. And he just cut the corner, whacked the ball out off the track, and now he's starting. He's like, right, let's see how he does. He switched it to hot lap at least, and he is going for it now. So let's see how he does. He looks like he's on a controller too. He's not getting smooth steering input there. He's catches ERS and Hotman. We've got yellow in sector 3, but that's just someone slowing down, preparing their car. He's gone to the inside of the track here. Now he's moved back to the left. He turns in. He's locked up the front right, all the way down into second. Locked up the front 2 tyres again. I think this is his first time without ABS. He is struggling a lot here.
Yeah, but it was the same for me, same for every other driver when they turned off ABS.
Yeah.
It's difficult, or as difficult as turning off traction control for the first time as well.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, it's not even worse, because at least with traction control you can kind of or let it go a bit, because it's not as bad. You won't lose as much time by just putting down the throttle a little bit later, rather than locking up every corner or making the braking zone really, really long. So
that's true.
yeah, it seems like this is his first time without ABS.
Yeah, without ABS, not first time something else.
I mean, that one wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. One thing you guys need to remember is that we are a development league here, and we do start off with a fair few assists, and when you go up the league up to D1, we have 0 assists. Oh, he's going into the wall.
Hit the wall.
He's struggling, but if he does stick around, he will get faster, and we can help him out. But it looks like he's struggling 100%. A fair bit now as he's coming into the pits.
He's definitely struggling with the brake input. And first person to set a time will be Tim. He's on a 16.5, which is really good actually for an opening lap.
Yeah,
really good. Showing that he's one of the quicker guys in this league.
Got Dunkin' Donuts and Papa Whiskey. Both of these are fast drivers too.
Yeah, and Dunkin' Donuts will be next across the line. Papa Whiskey on his out lap, and you're going to see him. He's going to go to the pits. Yep, and seems to have run out of ERS on his lap anyway. Not percentage wise, just been on the ERS a bit too much. As Count Shacula with a 120.6, which I'm guessing is not going to be his final lap time, because I feel that.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys have actually come out and come back in because they've either invalidated or done something else. I'm not really sure. Let me just check this course, see if anything's going on. It doesn't look like it.
Nice to see that VR's got going fully for YouTube. That's nice to hear.
And
I dislike it.
Right, and we've got Alex Henry starting his second hot lap now. I think he invalidated the first one. So here he goes. He's only got 34% of his ERS left. So he's going to have to be cautious and make sure he turns that off when he's going through the S's and other places where you don't need it that much. Coming into turn 1, he's locked up the front right. He's dropped all the way down to 4th. Really late downshifts there. It sounds like he might be in auto gears as well. And he's got the traction on. And he's fighting hard to keep that car in a straight line right now. But he's managed to do it. And he's going up to turn 4 right now. Let's see where he breaks for this one. Just at the 100-meter board, turns in, puts the corner, but he's got a purple first sector currently. I'm not sure how he's done that, and now he's got a McLaren in front of him of Valhalla, who is going to be slowing him down in the worst part of the track as well. But I think he's also on a hot lap. No, he's on an out lap, and he needs to move out of the way. He's holding him up. He's lost about a second just going into turn 7 there, and Valhalla just does not want to move out of the way. Oh, and he's been affected by it again. Yeah, that's not good to see. And now he's invalidated his lap just for good measure as well.
Yes. Something to learn for Valhalla. That's just really not good to see, but you can always improve on awareness, especially in this game where it's really easy to just not check your mirrors and hold up another driver. Yeah. But he is on his fast lap now, so we're gonna go to who's on the we have someone pitting. I think it was
Alex Henry actually stayed out for another lap, so this is going to be his 3rd lap right now. Let me just check his tyres. It says he's only done 1 lap on them, but he's definitely done 2 at least, because he's been out for quite some time now. He's got no ERS, he's got 7%, and he's struggling with this ABS as well. I think a lot of his drivers in this round 2 race are all of the new guys because they signed up latest, and that's what we're seeing here. So they have got a long way to go, but if they stick at it, they will be able to figure this out.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's really, really difficult, especially into hairpins and really like high speed corners where locking up, if you lock up, it's going to be hampering you throughout the lap rather than medium speed corners where you can lock up in a straight line, you can still get it turned in, and yeah, it's really struggling, especially into the first corner where it's really difficult to spot the braking zone as we've got Avi going 200ths quicker than Tim, so it is a Alfa Romeo 1-2.
Yeah, and Alex finally put in a 1:19.6 on those 4 lap old soft tyres now. They're going to fall off as soon as this race begins, so he needs to be careful there. And Valhalla has put in a 1:22 as well. So pretty slow times a bit further down, but the top 2 and 3 quite competitive at the moment. Avi with the 1:16.5, good job on that one. And he's still out on track and he's invalidated, so he must be on the in lap right now.
So I want to go on board with Cam because he is just starting his flying lap. In
Okay.
EOS mode 5, braking for the first corner, he wants to be braking just after the 100-meter board, and braking in for third gear and going through turn 2, second gear, and cutting the corner for turn 3 nicely and going down the back straight now. DRS is open. Then you want to be spotting your braking zone at the 100-meter board, going into turn 4 and shifting down to second gear and trying to carry your speed round for
Ooh,
turn
went down to
5
first
and
there.
going into awkward hairpin corner, and probably a really difficult corner, but you want to be braking really late and carrying the speed through there. Going into the S section now, being a little bit tentative of steering in there and going through the final chicane in the S section, and now on his run to the sector 2 time, and it's a 57.4, which I know isn't that bad, so that's good so far. Does that corner quite nicely, going into the hairpin, through the stadium section, into the awkward right-hander, and through the last corner, and getting on throttle nice and late there, and his time is a 1:16.9,
1:16.9.
putting
That's not a
him
bad time.
P9. P3, sorry.
P3, yeah, P3. Not a bad time at all. Now, we've also got Tim. Oh, Tim's come back into the pits now. And I think it's going to be Alex Henry is the other one. Now, Alex.
Oh, no, we've got Dunkin' Donuts going up to P4.
Oh, okay, 1:17.2. That's not bad. I'm not sure how many laps Alex has put in on these tyres. Now, yeah, he is on 3-lap-old softs. And he's still got nearly empty ERS. He's really pushing this car here. Maybe he's going to come back into the pits now and put on a fresh set now he's got his practice in. But I also, as VR said in the chat, just want to give a big respect for the guys who are racing without ABS for the first time. It is one of the hardest assists to take off because you don't realise how much you actually use it when you've got it on. And it is a steep learning curve, but I promise you, after 2 or 3 races or 2 or 3 practice sessions, you will wonder why you ever had it turned on. But Alex Henry is now coming back into the pits, and hopefully he's going to put on some fresh rubber and set an even faster time. I think he'll be able to get into the 1:17s, hopefully.
Yeah, should do. And I mean, as we know, it's more about technique than learning, to be honest. Just pick your technique and then use that throughout everywhere. You want to be getting different techniques through different corners. So for long-lasting braking zones, you want to be braking a lot and then slowly coming off the braking zone as you get into the corner. Through slow corners, you want to just be putting a little bit of brake on, and it's a completely different ball game when it's in the wet. So yeah, you just need to learn every single situation.
Yeah, exactly. And it's even the same, like you said, when you're following people too, because if you are following someone closely through a corner, or you're coming up to the corner like the first corner here, and you cannot brake at the same time, you have to adjust your brake pressure, you have to adjust the actual physical amount of brake pressure that you're putting on your actual pedals with your feet, and stuff like this. It's really tricky. Phil Babbage in the chat has asked, how much difference in time does it make once you get used to ABS being off? Now, before you answer, AJ, I just want to make a quick note on this. So there are still some guys out there who are like, top of the leaderboard in time trial and stuff like that still have ABS on. The problem is with the assists in this game, some of them slow you down, like traction control and a few others, automatic gears and so on, but some of them are really overpowered, and it is possible, at least in some tracks, for you to be faster with ABS on, because when you do brake and turn at the same time, this game doesn't stop you from doing that. It doesn't commit you to a straight line brake. You can actually brake and turn and not lock up the tyres at all with ABS on, and that's why it's so overpowered. But what were you going to say about that, AJ?
Well, when you get used to it on most tracks, it's quicker. But tracks like Baku, it's so OP ABS,
Yeah.
and it's just ridiculous how assists should help you out with gaining time.
You're
And
right.
but luckily, this league we have a restriction on it, so it's nice and fair for everyone. And
And hopefully in F1 2020, the assists will actually cause you to lose some speed rather than make you faster without them. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see about that. A lot of rumours going on about that game right now. But first place is still held by Avi with a 1:16.5. He is currently on a hot lap. Let's see if he can improve if he's coming through the final corner. 16, long right-hander at 17 now. He needs to bring his car to the right-hand side to reduce that track distance, as he kind of does. And he crosses the line and he goes a 1:16.4. He goes a tenth faster. Good job there.
I'll be honest, it was a great last sector for him because he was about a tenth down coming through sector 2 line, so gaining around 2-3 tenths in that final corner.
The McLaren, sorry to interrupt you there, the McLaren of Valhalla has just stopped right in the middle of the track, and that's caused Tim to almost slide through the hairpin, and he's lost a lot of time, and he's going to have to go again if he wants to set a hot lap now. I think he was even faster in the middle sector than anyone, and he's had to abandon that lap. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not the first time he's done that in this qualifying session either. He held up, I believe it was Alex Henry, and now Tim is just ahead of Alex actually, so not the only one being held up, but I think Tim's on a hot lap, but
okay, I'll jump to Tim.
Very low on the ERS, so I'm not sure this is in lap, and he's just trying to speed the thing up because we do only actually have 3 minutes. Time flies by in qualifying sessions, and you only really have enough time for 3 laps in this. And yeah, it's been good so far. I think this is when it's all going to count here in the last 3 minutes of this session. And Alex Henry is just about up on his time. He's up by 0.003 of a second, and getting dirty air from Tim might not be an improvement for him. He got the slipstream from Tim down the front straight, but then it just holds him up completely through the middle sector and the last sector. And he's going to cross the line now, and it's not going to be. It's a bit of an improvement, 5 tenths. So I think he might have just messed up the middle sector a little bit, or the last sector, and yeah, he does improve on his lap time.
So I'm just running on board with Papa Whiskey right now, who is on a hot lap. But I think a lot of these guys are using auto ERS as well, because before they even start their hot lap, they've only got around 35% of their ERS left. And I think if it's on auto, it just leaves it in hot lap for the whole of quali. This is really going to affect how fast they can get around this track.
Yeah, it's you really need to start getting used to it. But then again, seriously, because in F1 2020, it will kind of be like that. It will just have an overtake button, and that's it. So, I mean, there's not much point of learning it now when it's just going to be changed in less than a month's time. But yeah, it's definitely an upgrade when you can do manual ERS.
Yeah, true. Now, Archibald has also invalidated his lap.
Sorry, he's getting held up by Papa Whiskey, who was on his in-lap. So Papa Whiskey being a bit naughty there. I think he was trying to slow down for him, but he was better off just speeding up and getting into the pits as soon as possible, rather than holding him up. So yeah, really not good to see, but I guess he didn't really have any other situation to be in when he was round the corner pretty much. Otherwise he would have held him up even more. And Cam is on his final lap of the session, I believe.
Okay, let's jump to Cam. He's
coming through.
He's invalidated.
Sorry. Has he? Oh.
Yeah, he's gone all red. Look, he's not going to be able to set another time now. He's coming into the pits as well. He's done for the session. He's happy with his P3. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Now, we've got an alpha. Is that Avi is about to start his hot lap. He's got 20 seconds left, and he's just going through turn 13 at the hairpin now. So he will have enough time. He's looking to improve on a 1:16.490. Let's see if he can do that.
I think we should go on board with Archie first, because he's going to be the next one to cross the line.
He's invalidated.
Oh, he's invalidated. It's just
Yeah,
not really coming up on my screen. So
he's only got 7 seconds left. He's not going to make it. So I'm going to switch back to Avi and let's see if he can improve on his first sector time at least. So he's full speed, 210 mile an hour, topping out, turning into turn 1. He does it in third, he drops down, no early ups into fourth. Is he going to do it through turn 3? No, he's not. He stayed in third the whole time and he's powered through. That was a pretty good line for him there. DRS back open, Papa Whiskey has retired. We've got a yellow in the last sector, but that's just a retirement. And here he comes into turn 4 right now. Again, another pretty nice line. And he's cut the corner, he's invalidated. Avi's invalidated,
ooh.
his lap is done. I'm going to
So I
switch
think
to
we've got
Tim.
Tim. Yeah, he's going to be the next quick guy to set his next lap time. He's crossed the first sector with a pretty good first sector,
I didn't see
and
his
he's going through
time.
the awkward hairpin. I did see his lap time. It was pretty good. I didn't see like, how much he was up by, but it was perfect, I believe. And going through the S's now, he's completely got that wrong actually because he
Yeah,
wasn't hitting the apexes for the first couple. So we'll see what the middle sector's like. And he is up a little bit on his time, but so far it won't put him up there. But you know, he could gain miracles out of this final sector.
he
And
could. He needs to get on the throttle. As soon as he hits this apex, no, he's gone a little bit wide. He hasn't invalidated though. Todd's been
right,
disqualified for parking his car off the track. I'm not sure why he did that. And here
coming
comes
to
Tim.
line.
He's done it!
He's done it. Great
He's
job
beat
from Tim there.
Wow,
10
13
not pole
hundredths of a
position.
second. He's done it. Avi is not going to be
30,000.
happy because he
Great
was
job.
up on his time before he invalidated as well.
Right, so
Wow.
we should go on board with Enrique because he is still on his hot lap. He's got very low ERS, but he's still continuing on. He was 1,000th up on his middle sector, on his first sector, sorry, and now he's 3 tenths down. So I don't think it'll be an improvement. You know, we still can carry on with him as he is the last one to cross the line.
So, and
Shakira.
Enrique is just about to come around the final corner. Now he's in turn 17. He's looking like he's giving it everything he's got right now when he crosses the line and he doesn't. Oh, yeah, he does 117.3. Okay, and where's Count Shakira spun? He's spun on the final corner at turn 17. He's come off the
He
track.
needs to get back on track because what if he gets disqualified?
That's true. If he gets DSQ'd, he's going to start right at the back, and he's coming into the pit lane.
Alright, that was a good qualifying.
Yeah, it's really easy to actually, you know, come across the pit lane and stay there stationary for like 3 or 4 seconds, and it disqualifies you for blocking the pit lane. You have to be really careful there.
Sometimes it's just like that, and it's unfortunate when it happens because it just puts people to the back of the grid for no reason, to be honest. And, yeah, really unfortunate. As Todd finishes up in the last position from that DSQ, and he'll be wanting to at least get inside of the top 10. It should be pretty easy to do since there is only 11 drivers, unfortunately. Yeah, it should be good to see him got the order. But the two Alphas looking in control of this race today, and they came really close, I think, if not matching the other race D3 time.
Yeah, it's really, really close, very close. So predictions for the race, you guys in the stream, who do you think is going to win? I think Avi definitely has the pace here to get this pole position back, I suppose, and finish in first place. But him and Tim are so evenly matched that it's going to be an amazing race to watch. So make sure you stay tuned in for that. A little bit further down the field, I expect Papa Whiskey to not ready up early this time because we've had a word with him, but definitely get up to about 6th place, I reckon. And I think the last underdog is probably going to be Archimog. I think he's going to finish maybe around P5.
Well, in the race director, I was looking at Avi's previous lap time, and he went 3 tenths quicker on his previous lap in the middle sector. Mm-hmm. So it's quite clear that he can do it. He can definitely do it, and yeah, hopefully we can see a really good battle between them two. But we did see Tim go wide for the middle sector as well, so you can definitely see it happen. We have predictions from VR. Avi P1, Tim P2, and then Cam P3. So that could definitely happen. I think we're going to see a really okay.
4th time in a row.
I mean, he's on for a streak here. Obviously, Jan being really clever and saying the fastest one will win. That's not true. There could be one lap where the fastest guy spins around. You never know.
So, formation lap. Let's see if these guys can get their tyres up the top. So D-Day, unfortunately, he's only just joined the session now, and he's not going to be able to race because he missed quali, so he's just going to be a spectator. Maybe he'll make it in time next week.
That's all we can look at.
Sure.
Yeah. Unfortunate to see people coming a little bit later. You see some people have got some commitments to like work and stuff, and some people just come a little bit late, and some people just come a little bit too late. But obviously, you've obviously got next week in the US to prove what you've got, D-Day.
Yes, indeed. America, I absolutely hated this track before yesterday. And I did a time trial session with Vilsec yesterday, and after about 10 minutes I loved the track. It's one of my favourites. I can't wait to race there. The S's in the beginning are super fun, middle sector's super fun. I think I like it now so much because I'm finding it a challenge, because it is quite a difficult and technical track, and I'm finding the hunt for a, what was that? I can't remember what time I did now. What's the usual time around America? Do you remember?
Don't ask me. I haven't checked in about 3 months.
I think it's like a 1:31 or something, but I managed to get a 1:34, and I'm going to try and get to a 1:32.5 by the end of the week. Let's hope I can. And VR, if you're listening, you are definitely coming to America next weekend. You're not allowed to not show up, so we make that very clear.
In real life, COTA, as it's known, is very, very bumpy, and I saw it, as you see in the MotoGP, if anyone watches it, the bikes really, really struggle to get around there, and but it should be good for the F1 cars, since they're pretty flat through there, so it shouldn't affect them too much.
So, here we are. Are you going to do the race start?
No, I'm scared.
You can do it, I believe in you. Come on.
Alright, okay, we have 3 lights, we have 4 lights, we have 5 lights. It's lights out, but it's not again. Why is it pausing?
It's just a little bit of a glitch. Give it a second. There we go.
And it's lights out for the OFR race 2 in Mexico. The Haas of Enrique gets a really good start, but then we've got Dunkin' Donuts trying to go down the inside of Avi there, and Tim looks like he's going to take turn 1 as and Avi takes a really, really big weave into Dunkin' Donuts. As D-Day leaves the session, unfortunately, and Archie all the way down in last. Not sure what happened to him. I think he got spun out. As we've also got Papa Whiskey and Todd in the wall, all with front wing damage. Really unfortunate for them. As Tim is in the lead, Enrique P2, and he's had a really good start in the Haas. Avi P3, just out of DRS range from Enrique, and Alex in the other Haas is in P4, 3 seconds off those guys. Really, really chaotic start for them. But Avi up into P2 now, as we've got Enrique running wide and having to hand the position to Enrique. And we've also got Ferrari of Dunkin' Donuts spinning off in the S section.
He's still got all of his wing. He doesn't look like he's got any damage though.
Yep, and he'll carry on, and he'll have to get up the order. And yeah, he should be okay, because no front wing damage is always good, and yeah, he should be fine to carry on. As Avi is in the slip, it says 2/10, but it does not look like 2/10 at all.
No, it's saying 1.1 second. I think it's just glitching a little bit. Whenever it looks like these guys aren't pulling away at the beginning, there's always a glitch in the timing screen. So let's hope it goes away. But we have got a bit of a battle going on right now between Papa Whiskey and Archimald going into turn 1. Papa Whiskey looking down the inside in that Ferrari. I think he's managed to get the overtake done. Yes, he has. He's moved up into 8th place now. And the Mercedes is fighting back. It's fighting back, but
they hit each other coming out of into turn 2, as Papa Whiskey got a really terrible line through turn 1, braking obviously later than Archie, and Archie trying to go around the outside, and then Papa Whiskey shut the door on the outside, and really making Archie a little bit shaken through turn 3, and messed up his exit. But Archie's still right on the back of Papa Whiskey, trying to go around the outside, but just doesn't get the move done, and they've hit each other. Papa Whiskey braking really early and Archie going straight into the back. Luckily no front wing damage for Archie, but Papa Whiskey is
They
going
just touched each
slowly and they
other
hit each other
again.
again, and Archie now has front wing damage. Enrique picks up a 3-second penalty, and it looks like Todd is going to try and go down the inside, and we've got Dunkin' Donuts already on the back of these guys, and Dunkin' Donuts, and we've got Archie really slow and giving up the position to Todd, and Todd he gets hit by Archie, and Dunkin' Donuts is going to try and go down the inside of Archie, but doesn't quite get it done as Papa Whiskey goes really wide, and we've got a few people in the pits. Cam is in the pits, and we've also got low fuel for Papa Whiskey as he's in the yellow, but Papa Whiskey's going to try and go down the inside of Todd. Doesn't quite get it done because he's just not got quite the straight line speed, and the Ferrari behind is right there, but Dunkin' Donuts is not close enough to those two. But Papa Whiskey locks up and trying to go down around the outside is Dunkin' Donuts, and he gets the move done as
Papa
Papa
Whiskey's
Whiskey
suffering.
gets all wrong, and Todd keeps P7 for now with that damaged front wing. Dunkin' Donuts will be passed in no time, I'm sure of that. And Archie pitting in for a new front wing, and unluckily, he's very unlucky to be down there on the order. And I think we've also had Cam in the pit lane, so he'll be wanting to get back up the order as we've got Dunkin' Donuts past Todd now, as Dunkin' Donuts all over the place. His rear end is not sticking to the ground quite enough, and he's making the move to rear end, but he has got the move done on Todd, and now he will try and catch up as we've got a yellow sector 2, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to interrupt you there and jump quickly to Count Chacula, AJ, sorry there, but he's about to get an overtake done on the main straight. He has actually got it with the help of DRS there, before they even get to the Petronas bridge that goes overhead. He had about 50 mile an hour more speed, and that's how powerful this DRS is around this track. It is so powerful, and he's going to get it again as he's coming down the next second straight, and that's going to allow him to pull away just a little bit more. I wonder why there isn't a second detection zone here. It seems nonsensical.
Can I just say, everyone bullying me in the live chat of voice cracking, seriously. And we've got Todd in the pit lane. He's coming out, he's going to exit probably in last place.
Yeah, Archimod's going to jump in here. And he has.
Jumping. And now I'm going to be calm, so there'll be no more. As we've got a yellow flag sector 2 and 3. Not really sure who that was for. Maybe the driver just going a little bit slowly, as actually Tim has front wing damage, so...
Oh, he does. He's got an end plate missing and a winglet,
yes,
I think.
and Reek has some damage as well on his left end plate. And
interesting.
Dracula will be catching up to those guys, I think. As Avi is going to be leading away, and he's really bolting now on lap 5. And he'll be clearing off 4 seconds around the gap to the next Alfa Romeo car. So still a Alfa Romeo 1-2 as Todd picks up a 3-second penalty. We've got yellow flag for Cam and his round in the 3rd sector.
Yeah, and we've also got Dunkin' Donuts with the DRS wide open, about to make a move on Belhelha. Let's see if he can do it. He's going to break in a little bit later in turn 1. Belhelha's got the line though, and he's covered him off. Let's see if he can do it. He's locked up slightly on the front left. And he's going to get DRS again. Let's see if he opens it. He does, and he's not staying in his slipstream. He's slightly out of it, and that's going to affect the amount of drag that he has on one half of his car. He's looking to go around the outside here. He's actually side by side with it now. They need to be careful into this corner. Ooh, they almost come into contact, but they managed. I think that was Dunkin' Donuts doing the right thing in lifting and making sure he didn't try to squeeze his car in there. Good job, Duncan, but he's going to be attacking him again soon. He's looking around the outside as they're coming into turn 7 now, and he's got him.
Round the outside, but he's gone wide, I think. Oh, no, he hasn't. Great job from Dunkin' Donuts. Great job. That is textbook.
Oh, no, he's lost it.
Off.
Oh, no, he's lost it.
Oh,
You
it's the
jinxed him,
commentator's
AJ.
curse
You jinxed
again.
him.
I'm sorry. I always do it as Enrique is in the pit lane with front wing damage, and maybe he's going to try and change it.
Let's hope he does. Good.
He's on the hard. I'm not sure why he's done that at all.
Sliding all over the place again. He is not having a good time on these overheated soft tyres. Now he needs to come in. He needs to commit to this one-stop medium strategy. Now his tyres are not going to be able to last. Come into the pits. Are you coming in? Yes, he's in. He's in.
Along with Valhalla. who he was battling with only around 5-6 corners ago, and they're going on the medium compound. And I'm really, really unsure why Enrico's gone on the hard compound. I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
not sure. I'm not sure.
really easy for the mediums to go around here, and doing 15 laps is pretty. Oh, sorry, not 15 laps. It was about 13 laps. It's pretty easy to do, but I guess he's probably not practiced hitting this early. He was expecting hitting around lap 8, 9. So yeah. But we do have Avi in the lead of this Grand Prix, and we've got Tim pitting. I'm guessing he will have his front wing change as Papawiski is also in the pits, and we will see as he's coming in. He is changing his front wing, so this really comes into play with Alex, because he will be really close to Tim coming out the pits.
Yeah, but Alex is also in the pits now, and I think he's going to not be changing his front wing. Alex has gone onto the hards too. He's gone onto the hard compound.
It's just really confusing on why these guys are doing it. There's no reason to, as Enrique has come out in P3, so he's kept his position.
Dunkin' Donuts and Archimog are currently engaged in the battle again. Dunkin' Donuts less than half a second behind, and they're just coming up through the hairpin now at 13 and making their way around the final 2 corners. So if you can get this DRS and not let him break away out of turn 17, as Valhalla spins and hits the wall.
He went wide at the hairpin, and he locked up too much going into the final corner, and that's really unfortunate for him. And that's really given Archie a boost with the DRS.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. It's helped him to defend against Dunkin' Donuts. Both of them locking up as they're going through turn 1.
Really getting out of shape going through turn 1. And he's actually almost dropped out the DRS there. But he's in it because the detection zone is coming out of turn, the penultimate turn. So luckily he's got DRS as Avi's in the pits now.
Yeah, so we've actually got Viala from the stream saying that the game actually pre-selected a soft-hard strategy for him as well. So if these guys aren't familiar with how to actually change the strategy, or they don't know how to change it from the MFD, they would have just put them onto the hard tyres. So it's the game's fault. That's interesting. Why would the game do that in the first place?
I think they always think the most conservative strategy will win, as that's what happens in real life usually. So they were thinking maybe medium hards aren't the way to go, but it clearly is. And as these drivers are pushing every single lap of Grand Prix in 25%, yeah, just unfortunate. Jeff clearly running the numbers wrong and giving these drivers the wrong strategy, but it's worked out in Avi's favour completely.
Yeah, the conservative strategy always does work, but only if you're Hamilton. You know, no other driver can really massage these tyres all the way to extend their life as much as possible. And we've just seen Dunkin' Donuts make an overtake again around the outside of a driver. This time it's Archimog, and he's got DRS again, and he's going to pull away on the second straight. But let's just see if Archimog's managing to keep up. He is, but he's not going to be able to make a move just yet. We've got yellow in sector 2. It's a Haas. He's off the road. Who is it? I can't quite see who it is.
It's Alex Henry.
Alex. Oh,
yeah.
Can you quickly just check the penalties to see how many people have penalties?
He's lost his front wing. I can show you that, a little bit of it. I will check the penalties. Who do you want me to look out for with penalties?
I just want to check if Avi or Tim have any, because that's going to be decided on the win, and if not those, Alex or Archimog.
Well, there's no penalties for the Alpha Boys. But you want me to check for? Yeah, you want me to check for who? Sorry.
Alex Henry and Archimog.
Alex Henry has a couple.
Okay.
I will check now. So Archimog. Oh, he only has one actually. I apologise for that. And want me to look out for. I'm sorry, can you repeat who you want me to check out for again?
It was just Archimog. I think you've already answered, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
So Alex is actually just coming out the pits now on fresh soft tyres. We're only at the halfway distance right now, so we're going to have to go another 9 laps. Abbey has extended his lead for 9.1 seconds it is now. So he's doing a hell of a race out there in front. And he's going to pick up a nice 26 points. Let me just quickly see who's got the fastest lap, just to confirm that.
Yeah,
it is Abbey. He's got a 1:19.5 so far, so he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, but I did actually. It didn't come up on the race director, but Alex does have another 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. So
Okay.
it's not turned out good for him after that crash last lap. But he's on the soft compound, so we'll see if he has the pace for the fastest lap. And Avi seriously controlling this Grand Prix right now, and it's just controlling the lead to Tim, who has Papa Whiskey behind him. Obviously a laps car, so didn't really get in his way. And then we've got Enrique 5 seconds back. Then we have Count Chacula 21 seconds back. So will we see Enrique put on the soft compound tyres and try and get the fastest lap? I mean, it's definitely worth a try, because I believe he does have the pace over Count Chacula. And even if he comes out behind, as we've got yellow flag sector 2, can't really see who that's for, and it doesn't look like it's really been affecting anyone.
I'm just going to quickly jump down to Cam because he's the closest on track to another driver, if not Todd. Oh no, it's Todd. Let's just go to Todd, because it looks like he's pulling out about a tenth every second or so from Archimog right now. Where are they? They're just going through turn 6. And I'm not sure who's struggling more here, whether it's going to be Archimog or Todd.
I mean, let's see who's got the
one of them's on 7-lap old mediums, the other one's on 6-lap old mediums, so they're still well within the medium optimum.
Yeah, Count Chacula, I believe that's going to be a disconnect, because he was in a good position. I couldn't see why he would quit.
Yeah, I think that's a disconnect for sure. I did send him multiple invites, so hopefully he can rejoin. But Count Chacula is currently only 2/10 behind the back of Cam, so I think that is a disconnect.
Papa Whiskey has crashed into the wall down the back straight, and yeah, he's trying to get it back in a straight line. He was struggling for traction coming out turn 3, as I saw, and he's hit the Rolex sign.
Yeah, he's finding it hard.
Rolex will be very happy about that. Yeah, I think he just needs to calm it down a bit. Take a different line through the S's. Get out of the the Can-Cam's way, who is next to the track. Maybe take off to the escape roads to let him through, as he is doing. Oh, he's just gone wide. He just needs to get out of the way, and that's a nice job from Papa Whiskey.
He's having a really tough time right now getting around this track. Papa Whiskey is. He's got no end plates on either side, and he's got one of the highest winglets missing as well from the left side. He is struggling. He's just gone straight on at 10-12 there.
I can't tell you how difficult it is to not lock up into when you have no front wing, or close to no front wing. It's really difficult to keep on track. So, full respect for him carrying on.
He spun again. He spun. Oh no, he spun. He needs to be careful here. He's got 2 more cars coming soon.
He needs to reverse now, otherwise he'll get disqualified. And luckily,
he's in the
not in anyone's way.
He's not pitted. He stayed out.
I don't see what he's doing. Why? I don't see why he would.
Well, he'll be super fast without a front ring down the straight at least.
I mean, I don't think they've actually counted that in on this game, to be honest. I don't think they have.
And he's just got he's DNF'd himself. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot.
Alright, okay, robot.
He's just gone straight on into the wall. We definitely don't want to see stuff like that on the stream. Count Chacula is back on a brighter note, and he's now fighting for 5th place. Dunkin' Donuts is 3 taps behind him.
Donuts getting that all wrong coming out of that corner. LB is through, so clearly not selected his name yet. Sorry for interrupting you there, robot.
Oh no, go ahead.
Count Chacula should be back. Now, he's back, I'm pretty sure. As we've also got Dunkin' Donuts in the wall. He's in the wall, coming out of the S's, and he's reversing on track.
And now he's got absolutely no wing. All of the winglets have gone. He's only got a nose cone left.
This is not a Forza Ferrari moment. This is difficult day as Count
Oh,
Shack is disconnected
he's got
again.
internet problems. That's such a shame. I
Weird, I
can't send
didn't
him
see much
another
lag on
invite,
him, so
unfortunately, because we're spectating.
maybe
But let's see if
hopefully,
Dunkin' Donuts pits now. He has to pit. He's got no front wing.
yeah.
Is he coming in? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in.
he is.
Okay, there we go.
Right. That's always good. So, hope maybe trying to prove a point here and go for a fastest lap because he's looked speedy throughout this whole Grand Prix and he's improved. He's one of those guys that are improving every single week, and yeah, he's quick, but he needs to get the consistency in. And we've also got Avi in. The lead is coming in. Oh, safety car.
We've got
There
a
is a
safety
safety
car.
car.
I think that was Papa Whiskey's car, unless I'm mistaken. But
No,
he is.
it's been a while. So maybe just Dunkin' Donuts' cards. I don't know. It's weird because the safety car has only just come out, and Tim has carried on. Tim has carried on in this
Oh,
Grand
there it
Prix.
is. There it is. There's someone off here. Oh, it's the safety car. So there's going to be that safety car is going to go to the end. It's picked up the
No,
leader
there'll
now.
be.
It's picked up the leader just now, but this car in front, the Ferrari's going to have to go all the way around Dunkin' Donuts. And look how spread out the rest of the pack is.
It's gonna. Oh.
There's a. They may be able to make it up on this really long straight and on the pit straight here. They could, but this safety car has come out at the worst possible time.
I believe.
Tim is in first place right now. Abby's
Come on,
behind
Tim.
him. Tim is going to win this.
No, it's no. I believe this game is coded, so there will not be.
All right, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
I think if there's going to be anything, there'll be one lap to go. And can Tim hold on? But I'm pretty sure this confirms no more DRS. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
No
and
DRS in the dogfight.
fastest lap is currently Abby, 2/10 quicker than Tim with a 1:19.5. I think he secured this fastest lap too.
Absolutely, unless there's other drivers soft like Enrique, who's obviously on soft too, and we know he's quick as well. And actually, the most important thing here is, as we know, there's always been some unfair penalties in safety cars. So if you cut the corner by a tiny margin, millimeters, it will give you 5-second penalties for not much reason at all. So everyone needs to watch out and not cut any corners. But I'm going to look at some penalties, and Tim,
Okay.
0 penalties,
Abby?
and Avi has no warnings at all.
Oh,
So
wow.
great.
So, Abby's going to have to do this on track. He's going to have to do this on track.
Yes, indeed.
Safety car's still out, and the last car that's going to catch them has only just gone up to turn 7 now. Count Chocula has rejoined, and he's still in 5th place. His AI's been driving around, and he is still in 5th place. Let's hope he can keep that P5.
He might even be able to get P4 because Cam's tyres are worn. So,
Okay.
and the cars behind have also not pit. So, you could still get P4 or maybe collect some other drivers and get a podium, even though he's disconnected twice. You never know, especially with a safety car. As Unreached gone into the back of Avi there. Just maybe another Hamilton Vettel moment, but this time Unreached did not swerve into Avi, so that's good. But what I have to bring up as Count Chocula has also left the session again, which is just weird. I just don't get it, to be honest. Is how many penalties Enrique has. There are three penalties, and Cam has 0, and Count Chocula has 0. If he can rejoin back, which I believe he just did.
Safety car in this lap.
Yes, this is what we wanted to see.
Right, good. They're still going to be able to do it then. 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go once they cross the line.
There'll be 3. So, what Tim wants to do is really back up the pack and then wait for the perfect moment coming off of the corner.
He's got 8 lap-old mediums. Abby's got fresh, soft tyres. This is Abby's to take.
Alex Henry's picked up a 10-second time penalty.
And
I
here they
was
go.
talking about, and now Enrique is right next to, and it's going to be a 3 wide into turn 1. It looks like Enrique is
Oh
closing
no,
off.
there's contact!
Oh,
It needs to be careful, it
that
needs to
is
be careful!
really needs to be careful, but it looks like Enrique's got the inside line. Can he take the lead?
It's
For the
Avi,
first
Avi's
time?
taken... Oh no, Avi's been
No,
squeezed off the
Enrique's
track!
taken it,
And he's gone
I've
into
had
first
another
place.
look.
Avi's got first place. Enrique's been pushed onto the grass, and now Tim might even fight back.
I've got to say that looked like Avi really pushed him off there again, but it looks. I mean, Avi took a real swipe at Enrique going down the straight, so it's just I'm not sure why he did that, but this has really ruined Tim's chances of the win here. As Count Shackler's going down the order, and
Yeah.
as he has not rejoined back,
And
and
Avi...
Archie.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Todd is always well out of shape, and
Let's have a
he's
look.
given up the position to Archie. And Todd's in the slipstream again. Can he go down the inside? Not
Ooh,
quite, but
Todd's
he
hit
hits
the back of
him.
Archie.
Ooh, that was close, and he's actually got the position. That seems a little bit unfair, but I guess it's racing. And yellow flag sector 3. I'm sure it is.
I reckon Dunkin' Donuts is going to make a move on Cam here. They're both swerving left and right on the straight to try and break the toe and stay in the toe. Ferrari's looking down the inside now. This could be Dunkin' Donuts' moment to get his highest position yet in 4th place. He breaks a lot later than Cam does, and he's got 4th place. Those pressure soft tyres are working out for him.
Yeah, great job from him. He gets a little bit out of shape through the exit turn 3, and yeah, just a great move from him. But this is really the battle with for 4th place has really opened the gap up for Enrique, who has 3 penalties. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he's got a big enough gap now to stay ahead of Dunkin' Donuts. Unless Dunkin' Donuts can go miles quicker than him, which I'm not sure. He might do it. And can I? I'm just not going to say anything now. Just don't look at the chat robot.
I'm going to have a look now.
Enrique is only 1 second off. So, as Avi said, so 18.5. So, great job from him.
Alex and
Enrique
Count
is
Shackler
really
are fighting a little bit as well. Just going through the final 2 corners now. But he's, Alex is pulled away.
Yeah.
I just want to say as well, in qualifying, Alex was locking up everywhere. He was not having a good time, was he? But he's doing perfectly fine now. I've not seen him lock up in a few laps. Is it really only taking him 18 laps of Mexico for him to get used to no ABS?
I mean, seems like it. I mean, he's locking up a bit, but nowhere near as much. A little bit,
yeah. But he's looking pretty solid right now.
Ooh,
well done.
He's looking a bit out of shape. Is he a lap behind? I don't know if that's just a bit on the screen.
I think he might be. But Avi is just coming up to the final sector now. Let's just jump on him. Why don't you finish the race for us, AJ?
Sure. He's going to come into the staying section as Tim picked up a 3-second penalty, so I think that might cost him P3 here. He's going to come through the staying section now. The confetti is blowing out now. And Avi coming around the final corner now is going to win here in Mexico in the P3 race 2. And he does collect P1 with no penalties, no warnings at all. Enrique gets home P3 because Tim jumps him. And yeah, Dunkin' Donuts P4, great job from him after a really difficult day for him. Cam P5, one of the favourites going into this Grand Prix. And Archie jumps Todd with penalties, so great job from Archie as well. Alex Henry comes home P8 after a difficult day for him. Count Shackler, who disconnected, comes home in P8.
AI manages to finish P8. Well done there. Great coding from Codemasters. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining. I'm really sorry that there were only 11 races. We had a lot of dropouts at the last 11 drivers. Sorry, we had a lot of dropouts at the last minute. But there's a podium I've never seen before. Lots of different flags there, very nice to see. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be in Circuit of the Americas, or COTA, as AJ likes to call it, next weekend for all of our races. And I think in GT Sport, let me just check quickly where we're going to be racing next week. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be it's going to be the Autodrome. Is that Mexico? Are we going to be racing in Mexico?
No, read it out for me.
I can't. I don't want to say it wrong. I feel like I'm going to butcher
No,
it.
just say it.
No, it's somewhere in Italy. Let me just figure out.
It'll be on calendar, right? I'll tell you.
It's Italy. Autodrome Lago Maggiore. I think it's.
Oh no, that is an Italian track.
It is, yeah.
But
Okay, good.
Yeah, but it's not. Monza. So yeah, we'll see you guys then, and yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Like, subscribe to the OFR channel, and yeah, hope to see you guys next week